Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you're thinking about making a move to Smyrna, Georgia, this is the right video for you. We are down here in the middle of the Battery, which is where the Truist Park is. You've got Cumberland Mall just around the corner here. This is a brand new development actually here in Smyrna. They spent about $400 million and invested that into this property to create a mixed-use development, not just for the ballpark here, but certainly a ton of apartments and a huge amount of restaurants and shopping. I mean, there's just really no end to everything that's here. So we're going to walk you around the park just a little bit, give you a little bit better idea of what's going on here and what you can do and see while you're here. But in addition, we're going to talk a little more about this area and as far as real estate's concerned and what you can kind of expect driving around some of these neighborhoods as well. So let's get right into it. If this is your first time to the channel though, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss a single video that we post here about Smyrna, about living in North Atlanta. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that you tap the bell for the notifications. You don't want to miss a single video, and especially if you're looking to make a move to Smyrna, this is definitely the video for you. Also, if you live in Smyrna, I would love to hear what you love most about this area down in the comments as well. How long you've lived here, any other questions. This area has just been in a massive transformation over the last 4 or 5 years here. So it's been incredible to watch as an outsider. And every time we come here, we're just really excited to be here. There's a ton of energy, as you can probably tell. So we're gonna walk you around the Battery here just a little bit, show you everything that's here, and then kind of give you a little bit better idea too of the neighborhoods, the size homes that you can expect, different price points, stuff like that. So this is everything you need to know about Smyrna, Georgia. Alrighty, so this is coming off of Highway 41 here, off the little loop road that goes around the whole Battery here. So again, you have some apartments in here, tons of parking. This is the one great thing about this development, I would say, is there's plenty of parking. You've got a little ice cream joint, Jenny's Ice Cream over here. You got Wahlburgers there. You got a ton of independent restaurants in here as well. But just a ton of restaurants, a ton of apartments. So you can work, live, play, never even leave this whole area here. And I just rolled up the window, so hopefully the wind's not as bad here. But again, another parking deck there. And then this is Circle 75. So Circle 75 goes all the way around here and then connects back to 41. So it kind of does this around the park. But anyway, if you head to the left there, the park's over there. I shot some video of the Battery. Again, more restaurants, some of the apartments and stuff, as well as the actual ball field over here. It's just one of the many things that you can do over here. And of course, this is Highway 41 here that leads us right into downtown Smyrna. So when we talk about location, that right there is 285, and then just to our east, not even a quarter mile, is I-75 north and south. So from a location standpoint, we're talking northwest Metro Atlanta here. And so again, right at the intersection of 285 and 75 makes it a great location to get pretty much anywhere along the perimeter within about 20 minutes. You can be over in the Norcross Doraville area in about 15 minutes, downtown Atlanta in about 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously you can get further north significantly faster because of traffic and everything, but that's the one negative about this area, obviously, during ball games as well, is the traffic coming in. It's generally one way in, one way out. There are a couple connection points, but for the most part, 285 and 75 become an utter disaster on game day. But again, with all the parking you have here, parking is actually super easy. So, if you're ever looking to make a Braves game and support our national champions here in the Atlanta area, you know what you can do here. But again, I wanted to show you a little more about Smyrna, Georgia here. This is just one of the areas that's here in Smyrna. There's a ton to do. This city has been through a massive change in the last number of years. Obviously, a lot of it due to the Battery and the Braves making the move to Cobb County here. But you're going to see a ton of homes here, but also the downtown area is really cute as well. Has a really kind of like that same live, work, play environment. You never have to really leave that area if you want to, but This $400 million development here has been an absolute game changer, not just for the Cobb County area, but for Smyrna as a city. All right, so here we are in downtown Smyrna. I'm just going to give you guys a quick little drive around. So this particular subdivision is just right outside the city center here, and homes in this area generally go for about $400,000 to $500,000. Every once in a while you'll see one come up in the higher 300s, but for the most part these are going to be $400,000 to $500,000 homes, and in the most recent sales show about $425,000, $450,000, somewhere in that range. So you've got the public library over here to our right, and you know, they use this area for a lot of different things. They have a parade that comes through here, as well as a fireworks display that they do. In recent years, obviously because of the pandemic, they did not, but definitely a lot more of these cities are hosting bigger community events. You have City Hall here over to your right, and this is Spring Street here that we're about to make a left on, but you've got City Hall there. And as we make the turn here into the downtown area, you see a lot of commercial, you know, facilities. You've got a bank in here as well. There's some shopping to be done, but also a couple little restaurants mixed in here as well. So, you know, again, you saw just here in a minute and a half how close some of these subdivisions are to this area. And you kind of get a really good sense of, you know, this is certainly walkable. So we talk a lot about walkability, you know, as it relates to real estate, certainly, and a lot more people are, you know, wanting to be walkable to a lot of things, and restaurants and shopping, all that type of stuff, and certainly to have, you know, opportunity for community engagement in an area like this is a big piece of it. So, little taco bar here to the right, a little vintage tavern as well. It's a super cool little joint, and I've been in there a couple times. It's a really cool little spot. But anyway, so this is Atlanta Road. So this kind of runs right through the downtown area here. And we'll show you a couple other options here as far as real estate, what you can get in this area as well, and the different price points. But one of the really cool, you know, landmarks, if you will, down here in Smyrna is the covered bridge. And so, you know, this picture here you'll see is really cool, old wooden bridge. And just adjacent to it, you have the Silver Comet Trail, which is also, you know, I think it's like 28 miles or so. It used to be an old railroad that they basically, you know, repurposed for the purpose of multi-purpose or multi-use trail. So, you know, on a weekend, especially when the weather's like this today, it's 62 in Atlanta. So you're going to see a ton of people out walking, running, biking, you know, out there with the kids on the weekend and stuff. It's just a really, really cool community feature here in Smyrna. So if you continue down Atlanta Road, you come across this little subdivision called Vintage Circle and Big Circle, obviously, if you can imagine. So townhome community. Homes in here are selling anywhere between $400,000 and $450,000. Just about a 3-minute drive, 5-minute drive down the road here, but you can see they've got a nice little clubhouse here with a little pool and stuff that you can host events as a part of this community. But you know, this is a really, really great value, again, for the location. You know, getting over to 285 would be, you know, just a 10-minute drive. So we actually helped these sellers right here. They just sold that unit last summer for $415,000. And you know, when you look in this area, it's getting more and more challenging to get in for less than $500,000. It is still possible, but you know, you don't get the same value that you would, say, like up in East Cobb or, you know, even Marietta, in terms of size and space of the actual homes themselves. This is the final home I wanted to show you right there that you can see was just torn down. I'm going to pull into this neighborhood and show you kind of what's going on over in this area. Super similar to like the Sandy Springs and Dunwoody, Brookhaven areas. You have a lot of newer construction homes coming up in this area and in this immediate community that you know, people are coming to buy here for $300,000, $350,000 for significantly smaller homes, even smaller than like this one here. And they end up rebuilding, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 square foot, 6,000 square foot homes. You see how great these lot sizes are, and this is one of my absolute favorite homes here. I absolutely love the look of this house. It's got kind of that modern, you know, farmhouse vibe to it. But anyway, about $1 million, you know, here in the Smyrna area. And again, up from, you know, what was a smaller home like this. That's what makes it a great, you know, neighborhood to invest in and community to be in, is that you really do get a good bang for your buck, and the location just cannot be beat. You know, as I said before, 15 to 20 minutes downtown. You know, you can be up in Kennesaw, the Marietta area within about 10-15 minutes. So it just really makes it a really great location, just in general. And then of course you've got all the community, you know, activities and as I mentioned before, the downtown area. Kind of a little more modern home going up here, you can see. But you've got the Silver Comet Trail. You've got, I mean, just a ton of really cool community things going on. And then if you're over here in this particular neighborhood, you do get, I don't know if you can see it off in the distance, that is downtown Atlanta. So you're not too terribly far away. It's a beautiful skyline view over here. So anyway, but yeah, this is Smyrna, and that's what you get here in the Smyrna area. And even just as you saw, this is 285 here. So, you know, you really just can't beat this location. Really gives you a great opportunity to invest in this area. A lot of people that work for Home Depot, because their corporate headquarters is right here for store operations, a ton of people end up moving to Smyrna. The Smyrna Vinings area is kind of like this northwest side of Atlanta. And so a ton of people that work for Home Depot, and certainly everyone that works downtown, always look at Smyrna Vinings area, just because of its access to downtown, makes it a really, really, really desirable location. So now, you know, Smyrna kind of straddles more or less 285 here, where a little bit of it is inside the perimeter and then a little bit of it is outside the perimeter. So I do want to show you one new construction community here that is beautifully done, really, really well done. So this particular community is done by Ashton Woods, and this, again, another townhome community. So you see 3 stories here. You've got these little alleyways in the back where they kind of access the, you know, garages and stuff from the rear, but just a really nice mix of, you know, some stones, some brick, very, very minimal wood. So, you know, this is a little more of a, you know, luxury type project for this area. And a ton of people are always asking, you know, what's the state of new construction here? Well, you know, you can see some currently being done. These pipes are where, you know, future units will go. So they've still got a ton of building left to do here. And even just a couple more over here to our right. But again, you get that skyline view over there. And, you know, again, for the mid 400s, this is a great option. So you got this little shared alleyway that you're going to have units parked in the back. So just imagine, you know, being able to overlook the skyline there is just going to be absolutely beautiful. Check that out. Nice. You know, we do get tons of calls from people too, looking at new construction, wondering, you know, is Atlanta a good new construction market to invest in? And, you know, because of the growth of Atlanta over the last number of years here, specifically on the north side, you know, I don't see any signs of it slowing down. The real question and the real problem becomes, where do you build? Because the land is getting more and more scarce. And a project like this, on this size scale of, you know, several hundred units, just does not happen anymore. It's very, very uncommon. You really have to get way outside of, you know, metro Atlanta to get a project of like this size. And it definitely does still happen, but you do have to go considerably further out. A project like this is very, very rare, and something like this about 30 miles north of Atlanta here would probably be somewhere in the high 2s, low 3s. So, you know, again, that $300,000 to $400,000 mark is a totally different area compared to where we are here in Smyrna today. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you being here. Do me a favor though, give it a like, give it a tap on that bell notification. You don't want to miss a single video, whether it's about Smyrna or just living, working, playing here in North Atlanta. Anything we can do to help, reach out anytime. All of our contact info is down in the listing or in the description here. And you can always schedule a Zoom call too to make your move here to the North Atlanta area as smooth as possible. My name is Matt again, and I really appreciate you being here and hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.